Namaskar, welcome to Insight with Ashok Vyas, and today, this Monday, Labor Day weekend, extended holidays. But there is a lot of introspection, appreciation of the contribution of those who made the world as we experience it. In today's show, we will be taking you to India and how new India is emerging with a new resolve, with collective will demonstrated through social media, through a different organism evolving, which is ready to knock doors, be it the door of media, be it the door of law and order machinery, be it the door of different political parties. India wants justice, and that justice is heard loud and clear, or the call for that justice is heard loud and clear, and that has brought us to a new phenomena. One word: Sushant Singh Rajput. Suicide, murder, much more than one human life, which this issue has connected with. We will briefly touch that, but we will also talk about India's situation with respect to COVID. And then, of course, you see behind me Prime Minister Narendra Modi sitting with someone who once was sharing a jhula with him. But now India and China are at a stage which historically is unprecedented. India is showing its right and its might. And all that we will be discussing with someone who has been a part of Insight Tonight and coming after many days, but now he has also his own well-received YouTube channel. So, Weekly Takes host Jagjit Singh ji, welcome.
Namaste. Namaskar.
So we are meeting you after a long time with this new avatar, I would say. But let us go to India and talk about COVID situation in the context of the global scenario that we see a lot of criticism coming towards Modi government, especially by your previous party, Congress, and of course with negative criticism comes certain predictions that because Prime Minister Modi and his government has not taken right steps, so India is hurled to economic slowdown.
See, when we look at COVID, we have to think and look at it differently. Number one, when we look at how many people were affected, yes, India is in the second position after United States as to how many people were affected. Agreed. But you have also to see how many people got cured. You have also to see how many people who were affected died. So, all things taken together, then you have to examine vis-a-vis population of 135 crores, compared to those countries which we are talking about, their population. There is a table which has come up. I would just like a moment to have a look. There are 15 countries mentioned in it.
Okay, let's take a look on the screen also. One chart which shows this table where we have USA leading, and of course India is at number 2 at the moment. But yeah, you continue with the total number of deaths comparing with the
if you look at the total deaths, it is only 72,000 in India with a population of 130 crores.
Right.
Brazil, 126,960, and the population of Brazil in crores is only 33 crores. Look at the 33 crore and look at 130 crores.
And then look at the number from USA.
The USA is, the number of total deaths is 193,000, and look at the population of, USA, 35 crores. So, when you look at those examples, for example, you look at Mexico. The Mexico population is only 12 crores, whereas the number of deaths in Mexico is 66,000.
Yeah.
Compared to India, 135 crores and number of deaths.
Okay, so going beyond the statistics, looking at the way measures which were taken, and India was quite proactive in putting the lockdown in place at the beginning. That
Agreed.
has also saved many
Many lives, yes.
And to say that government's decision was ill-founded, not based on proper input of information, wouldn't be right at this moment, the way results are visible. But indeed, people have not followed all the protocols of wearing masks, maintaining social distance, and everybody is culprit somewhere. Political parties have also had their rallies, and so we
Yeah.
won't be able to touch everything. But very briefly, as we talk about COVID situation in India right now, it is growing and it is a cause of concern. Yet overall situation is, you would say, it is all right in the context of the global
Global scenario, if you look at the global scenario, we are not doing bad, but loss of each and every life is important. But again, you have also to look at the factors. India started implementing COVID precautions, lockdown. It enforced it physically with a heavy hand, and that saved us. People have to understand that this a three-word formula, MSW: mask, social distancing, and washing your hands. Are we doing it? Are we doing our part? If we are not doing our part and just blaming the government, which the opposition, and you said, my erstwhile political party, it's still my political party, because they have no other issue to confront the government. That is the sad part.
Issue to confront the government might be there, but looks like Congress is not coming up with a new vision or any potential focus on solutions. They have developed a kind of approach where whatever is undertaken by the government, they have to bring it down. And that brings me to the context of Indo-China relationship. And our first Prime Minister from, of course, Congress Party, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji, he trusted China very much. And we in early 60s were at the receiving end from China, which caused deterioration of health of Pandit Nehru also, because he was looking at China in a different way, and there were slogans like in India,
Hindi chini bhai bhai.
Chini bhai bhai. And we have history telling us that China aggressively took large chunk of Indian land. And right now, the way government has shown that India is not going to take it lying low, and they have captured strategically higher position. So this shift in India's stand shows a new resolve of India under Prime Minister Modi at the moment. Yeah.
See, previously, as has been even told by the earlier defense minister during the Congress UPA regime, A.K. Antony, in parliament, he said that the policy of the government was not to build roads along the border. This has been happening after independence altogether, and the policy followed and went down all the time, because they were of the opinion that if the enemy attacks through the border and if there is no infrastructure built, it may take time for them to enter our land. But if they have already taken your land, then what do? There was no afterthought. In the 1962 war, Aksai Chin, the whole area, if you look at the map of Jammu, India near Jammu and Kashmir, which is now Ladakh and Kashmir Union territories, the Ladakh area, portion of it, which is the Aksai Chin area, was taken over by China. And after independence in around 50s, China entered the Tibet area and took over. Now at this point of time, India has borders with China which touches 4 of our states: Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Himachal, Uttarakhand, 4, and Ladakh, a union territory. This area is being touched, and the confrontation which we have had was in the Doklam region, which is the Ladakh region. India has changed its position now during the last 6 years under the Modi regime. What it has done is a policy shift has taken place, and we are building infrastructural roads called steel roads, in which army and heavy equipment can be, movement of that can take place, and we have along the border all the way to the northeastern part of the northwestern front up till the end, ORD road has been constructed, and that has facilitated and angered China, and that is why this confrontation took place. Earlier on, what used to happen was China, and line of actual control, I would say, is an imaginary line. We say it is here, China says it is there, along the border, along the Karakoram Pass, if I may say so. China used to encroach into our area, then we used to go in for a dialogue, and after a dialogue, China used to retrace back. This is what used to happen all the time. The policy shift this time has been different. Under the Modi government, the army has been given a free hand, that yes, if the enemy attacks, if the enemy encroaches, you have to save the motherland, not an inch of our land should go. And that is why things have changed, scenarios have changed, and what the army has done is, the Indian army this time, along with the SSF, which is a force, a covert force comprising of Tibetan nationals,
Right.
who, see, this area is at the height of 15,000-16,000 feet, where even breathing is difficult. So for them, it is their homeland. This is, it is not only their homeland, they live on that heights. So for them, it was an easy, and what they did while the talks were going on, what methodology China used to apply earlier, it was employed by the Indian government. This time, talks were going on, and silently in the night of 9th and 30th of August, Indian military moved in, particularly on the Blacktop Mountains. They captured it, and from there, it's a strategic position on top of a hill from where they can directly look at the Chinese posts and, if necessary, can attack. So it was a surprise to China that India could do so.
So what India did is also
repaid back in their own currency.
Absolutely. And Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, in a meeting with his counterpart, probably at Moscow, has made it clear that India is not going to leave even an inch of its land. And what communication happened for those 2 hours between these two leaders, all details are not known, but what we know is India has made its position clear. There is another issue which is now doing rounds, is abduction of a civilian population, and 5 civilians have been abducted. Government of India has warned China or informed about this development of abduction by People's Liberation Army of China. So how things play out, we will see. But what we already have seen is that it is a new resolve that India has demonstrated. And talking about resolve,
at the same time, if I may add,
yes,
India has still maintained that it is a peace-loving country. 3 of Chinese tourists had somehow come into the Indian territory, who were taken care of by the Indian army and sent back. Some yaks who had, come from China's side to Indian territory, they were returned back. So India is showing its own magnanimous and peaceful gestures to China, but at the same time, it is also sending the message, not anymore. We are not going to take things lying down.
So because we also want to talk a little bit about the other issue where public has collectively shown its resolve. Before going towards that, another important dimension related to Indo-China is, while USA has also supported India and questioned China for disturbing the regional equation and the aggressive stand of expansionism, which has been probably a DNA of China for many, many decades now. is being questioned by the world. But what tactfully China has done with neighboring countries, Pakistan has openly said that its economic future lies with China, which indirectly is admission by Pakistan that they are going to be allowing China to play with Pakistani territory, to act against India directly, indirectly. It is kind of given. But at the same time, another cause of concern for India is China's increasing interference with Nepal. It
Yes.
has always been there, but there is more. But maybe we'll have another session for overall analysis of
Yeah.
this scenario. Now, coming towards the role of social media and connecting it with China, and then coming to the case of Sushant Singh Rajput, after having banned many Chinese apps, now again India banned 118 apps that included PUBG. There has been a new game introduced by none other than very well-known actor Akshay Kumar, which is FAUG.
Fauji.
Fauji. So that is the abbreviation, very nicely played. But whether rightly or wrongly, for some reason, there are social media raising questions that this was the game on which Sushant Singh Rajput was working, because there are reports that prior to the unfortunate day, there were people at his house who either deleted the data from 8 hard disks, or they have taken. Also, we have no confirmed report on that. But Jagdish Singh, take from here and talk to me about various dimensions, briefly some that you feel are very, very significant, and allow me to add in this context the name of another important political leader's son, who also holds an important position in Maharashtra government, has also come, because he also launched another app, and there were questions as to
Where
this
did he
was
get this
related
app
to
from?
social.
Yep.
So take it away.
See, Sushant Singh Rajput was declared on the morning of 14th to have committed suicide.
Right.
But this is the age of social media. This is the age of information, where much of the stuff is available on public domain. The moment the government said that, without even going in for a post-mortem, people sensed something was wrong. And this happening in Mumbai, where you have a large number of young people, geared also with the lockdown, in which people were at home and the media, in the social media in front of them, and people started talking with each other. There was something fishy about it. Only a week back, his manager Disha Salian was, again said to have committed suicide. And one of his business partners who was with him in these 2 apps which we have talked about, which one was launched by Akshay Kumar and one was done by Aditya Thackeray. The person who was his partner was killed or died, I would say, died in a road accident on the 14th of June. Same day when Sushant Singh Rajput is declared to have committed suicide, that his partner dies in an accident. So people felt that there is something fishy about all this going on. And yes, data is available on
Okay, so sorry to take
public
it.
domain.
Yeah, I'll come back to you. Just connecting, because we have just few minutes, and there was uproar about this not being suicide because there was no suicide note, and the Maharashtra government was saying that there is no need for CBI investigation, and the case went to Supreme Court, and there has been relentless fight from Sushant's supporter, who was a wonderful actor, but he also kind of connected with mothers of India. Even here, there is so much emotion and love. And indeed, he was talented and intelligent guy. You go through his interviews and all. So I just wanted to add one more thing with your permission, Jagjit Singh ji, and that is the active role that social media and Sushant's fans are playing also involves one message that, as I was telling, that now CBI finally came on the scene and investigation has started, and 4 arrests have also been made. That includes the brother of Riya Chakravarti. But what people want CBI also to look into are some of the other murders or suicides, suspicious suicides. So I'll just name few, and they somehow have been somewhere related to Sushant Singh. So starting from May 5th, there is the name of Manmeet Grewal. He was Sushant's friend who was murdered. Then Presha Mehta, she also acted in television with Sushant. She on May 26th and May 31st was on Krish Kapoor, friend of Sushant and casting director of Jalebi movie, in which Riya also acted. Then Disha Salian, of course, you mentioned, June 8th. And then there is another Samir Bangara.
That is Samir Bangra is the business partner who both of them together launched those 2 apps.
Oh, I see.
And he was killed he died in a road accident, presumably on 14th of June.
So I'm not getting with all these names. Coming back and just taking a broad look at the way there have been many voices on social media, active, monitoring, mobilizing, seeking justice for Sushant. This is kind of unprecedented. So now there are many people who feel that there is overdose of this issue on media in India. But then it has so much complications involving the drug angle, the political angle, the police behaving in a way which was incomprehensible, etc.
See, 65 days had passed and there was not even a single FIR. Even the post-mortem report which was done by the Cooper Hospital did not have the time of death. So, many strange things were happening. Ultimately, the case was handed over to, because of a complaint by Sushant's family in a Patna police precinct, and therefore a FIR, and ultimately CBI came into the picture. When CBI started investigation, they saw a drug angle. So National, Narcotics Control Bureau, the NCB, came into the picture.
ED also.
And Enforcement Directorate also, because of it was a case, primarily the case FIR was launched of money laundering, in which people have been arrested, and all these people somehow or the other tie their links with Riya Chakravarti. The staff and everybody, the earlier staff was removed, she had appointed that, and her telephone, when it was picked out at a later date when I searched in her house by the CBI, showed, as reported, it showed that she had been buying drugs right around the time of 2013 and 14. During that time, she did not know Sushant Singh Rajput.
Yeah, so allow me to bring few more names to the table in this connection. There have been very few voices from Bollywood or Hindi film industry which have been vocal in support of justice for Sushant, though the whole India seems to be talking about it, and that also partly is a strange thing. Only Kangana Ranaut talked freely, and she gave 3 very, very volatile interviews to Republic Channel, and Arnab Goswami has taken upon himself to launch a massive kind of campaign involving all his staffs, and they, you see, are moving behind all the related participants to this particular saga. There are a lot of questions, a lot of debates happening, but the question with which I want to approach you, Jagjit Singh ji, is what do you think is the reason for, if I use the word, deafening silence from the part of Bollywood including people who acted with him, including superstars, including those who always
The kings.
champion social cause and talk about India
See,
moving towards the right direction. Yeah.
what I personally feel, money in Bollywood is coming from drug mafias, and as rightly pointed out by one Subramaniam Swamy, that money is coming from Dubai, and it's the drug gang, Dubai Karachi drug. This is funding the total Bollywood. So none of these guys, the so-called superstars, Mahanayak, King, they do not have the guts to say anything against this, because saying anything in favor of Sushant would mean talking against that person. So they cannot oppose the drug mafia, the Dubai gang. That is why they are silent. But one has to understand here, drug mafia will today or tomorrow come to an end. That is why the NCB has gone in, and names of big political leaders, names of big superstars or whosoever is coming up. And then they are also to examine the story of those two apps which have gone missing from.
So what happens is, when people say that why this issue is being covered out of proportion, but then there are more branches of references coming up that includes, as you mentioned, about drug, then of course money
Yes.
waste. But I just, before we conclude, want to bring 2-3 more names. Those names which were drawing people and people showered their love on them are now under sort of a question mark. Starting with the director who was seen in sort of a compromising positions visibly.
Mahesh Bhatt.
Mahesh Bhatt, the director. Then somehow, I don't have all the details, but the name of Salman Khan came,
Yes.
and then Aditya Pancholi's name came, and then Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan also being silent, and somehow videos of the days when he was insulted on some awards by Shah Rukh and Shahid also started going on. So there is so much focus on Sushant Singh Rajput's case, where it is going to reach to its rightful conclusion. I think there is a long way.
It is a long way, but we must give credit to two people.
Right.
One is Kangana Ranaut, and the other who has vociferously campaigned is Arnab Goswami. And yes, the man behind all this is Subramaniam Swamy also.
I think there are many names there which we won't be able to even connect. Some of them, some attorneys, you see them. Askaran, I think there is one guy. And then there are many YouTube channels which are speaking day and night. There are multiple videos issued every day. There's one Ujjwal Nikam. And there are many people are following them as if they have become a part of their
daily
family
life.
And their daily life. So we just are running out of time, but we hope things move in the right direction. And every issue of this kind, which is like a movement, definitely brings some positive reformation of sort. So let us, as we conclude, look at the life of Sushant Singh Rajput as an inspiring and bright and brilliant man's life, who was full of life as well as innovative ideas, and he was courageous with his creativity, and what he has done, we should look at that, and wherever we can positively emulate or sort of add to our life, we should do that. But Jaggi Singh ji, I think we're just running out of time, so I would like to thank you for
being very much. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Jai Bharat, Jai Hind, and thank you very much to all of you. New India, new resolve. On this theme, we talked about Corona situation, Indo-China dispute, as well as the case that is drawing attention from everybody related to Sushant Singh. Thank you very much for being with us. With lots of good wishes, this is Ashok Vyas.